walking up to heaven.
We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. In this room, We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. And we learn to love different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room, we...
It's okay. I'm teasing. I'm shy. It's nice having lunch. Okay.
Morning. So before we get started, I'm going to get 2 cards started around the room. Dr. Lisa's brother passed away earlier this week. And so one card is for Jesse, who does our video because it's his uncle, and the other card is for Dr. Lisa. And so just pass those around and feel free to offer whatever it is love-wise you want to offer. Okay, so we have 3 new songs because it's a new month. One of them you know, 2 of them you know. The first song we're going to do is One Big Family by Gary Lynn Floyd. And then we're going to do a new one. New for some of you maybe not. Don't Ever Let Nobody Drag Your Spirit Down by Eric Bibb. That one has a blues riff, so it might challenge some of us rhythmically. Here's the other piece, and that's going to be our second song, and I want to just give you a heads up. The actual words to the song are, remember, we're walking up to heaven, but we're actually waking up to heaven. Ooh. So that's how the lyrics will show up on the screen. And then our closing song this month, back by popular demand, is Ricky Byers' How Can I Serve? So here's the thing. There are cards back there for you to give input about your service experience and to express things that you would like to have in the service. If you use them, you just might get what you want. But here's what I promise you. If you don't ask, it is always 100% no. And that's on you. All right, here we go. I don't have anybody on the soundboard. I think I have it adjusted right. Whatever it is, we're going to roll with it. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See, hang on, we're off track. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, wave at everybody online. Good morning, online people. Here we go. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Take it up. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right. And I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca.
morning, everybody. My name is Rebecca Bell, and I am a member and one of your licensed practitioners. Welcome to our Sunday celebration. Whether you're here in person or joining us virtually, we would greatly appreciate it if you'd help us bring more of us together in spiritual community by sharing this live stream on whatever social media platforms you use, whenever it's convenient for you. Thank you. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, welcome. We want you to know, whoever you are, whatever spiritual path you're on, and wherever you are on that spiritual path, you are welcome and celebrated here. Now, let's reaffirm who we are and what we're about. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. And here are a few ways you can connect with and engage in spiritual community. There's a 365 days of richer living, reading, meditation, and prayer daily at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Just for today, eclectic readings, sharing perspectives, meditation, and prayer, Tuesday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Women's Circle Gathering, August 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom, and there is a registration link through our website calendar or the newsletter. And we are doing good by giving goods. We're collecting goods for Grassroots Crisis Intervention Center throughout the month of August. Please bring your donations each Sunday for the remainder of August, and please only donate the items on the donation list. If you're a remote community member, you can drop ship your donation to 650 Cog Court. 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108, and Reverend Rafe will deliver it and bring it on Sunday. If you are aware of any local or online community events that you believe support spiritual living, please email the information to info@columbiacsl.com or text it to 410-750-8559. Remember, you can get all this information in detail by checking our website calendar at columbiacsl.com/events. Email your questions to info@columbiacsl.com or call or text our office at 410-750-8559. And are you the missing piece? There are numerous Sunday service opportunities. The video tech team, the audio tech team, the welcome team, the hospitality team, readers, and hosts. There are service descriptions, interest sign-up sheets, and service commitment sign-up sheets on the welcome information table. Please look and see how you can serve our community. And so, speaking of engagement, we come together on Sundays to celebrate life. So let's get to it with our next community song.
All right, and before we jump into that, good morning, Grace. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Reggie. And there's some other folks on there according to the number, but I can't see who you are. So good morning to you too. And if you want, tell us that you're there so we can say good morning to you. All right, here is the Eric Bibb song. It is a blues riff. By the end of the month, we'll have it down. Feel free to make mistakes. Just make a joyful noise. Here we go. You might slip, you might slide, Stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't you ever let nobody drag your spirit down. You can at least get that part. Remember, we're waking up to heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Walk with the rich, walk with the poor. Learn from everyone, that's what life is for. Don't you let nobody drag your spirit down. Remember, we're waking up to heaven. Don't let nobody turn you round.
Nobody drag your spirit down.
Some say yes,
Some say yes,
some say no.
some say no.
Some people wait and see which way the wind's gonna blow. Don't you let nobody drag your spirit down.
Don't let nobody drag your spirit down.
Remember, we're waking up to heaven.
Alright.
Don't let nobody turn you
Nobody
round.
drag your spirit
Say good morning
down.
to each other. Sings. I might teach the gospel that I believe is true. Don't let nobody drag my spirit down. Well, I'm waking up to heaven. Won't let nobody turn me
Let
round.
nobody drag your spirit down.
You might slip, you might slide, stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't you ever let
Nobody
nobody
drag your spirit down.
drag your spirit down.
Nobody drag your spirit down.
Remember, we're waking up to heaven. Don't let nobody turn you round. Right. All right. Let's see. What am I doing? I get all wrapped up in that and forget where I even am. All right. So now we're going to explore our community value. This week is love. If I could get somebody to assist with running the microphone, that would be wonderful. Thank you, Mary Ann. Mary Jane. Got too many Marys in my brain. Okay, so how is love showing up for you? How are you practicing the value of love? Now, I could take the silence to mean nobody's practicing love, but I don't think that's what's happening. There we go, right there, and we'll get you right next.
Supporting my son in a new relationship.
Beautiful. Dale up here. And we use the microphone so the online folks can hear us.
I'm practicing love by softening my stuff.
There you go. Right here? Right.
Well, I was told love is patience, so I'm practicing patience with myself and with others.
Nice. Who else? Mary Ann?
I'm practicing love by practicing self-love every day. Going back to Louise Hay, I love you in the mirror. So practicing more self-love.
Beautiful. I encourage you to try that. Look yourself eyeball to eyeball in the mirror and say, I love you. You might be surprised how challenging that is. Yeah.
I practice love by trying to channel the highest vibration and radiate loving kindness to try and comfort and heal the people in my presence.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Who else? That's all we can do is show up and give it our best shot. Anybody else? Here comes the mic.
I'm practicing love by trying to let go the way I want to see things in our relationship and see it through my wife's eyes more.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. I love it. And now she wants to sit beside him. Who else? Anybody else? All right. So, there we go. Yes, Sarah.
I'm practicing love by forgiving myself and others.
Perfect. Perfect. And we're going to talk way more about that in the talk today. So I am personally practicing love by having a new dance with the whole concept of healing and really holding myself accountable to understand that, like our founder Ernest Holmes said, healing, the only healing that is ever required is a revealing of more God. That it's not about anything in this physical realm, and it's about everything in this spiritually mental realm, no matter what's happening. So that's how I'm practicing love. All right. Now, for those of you that are new, and I see some new faces, this is the wheel. The wheel is a divine idea in the mind of creation to give the service back to the community. And so I get questions from different people in the community, and they go on the wheel. And then we spin the wheel at the beginning of the service to find out how the talk is going to be contextualized. So I never know what I'm actually going to talk about until I come in here and do this. How does science of mind explain Satan? So, I don't know what you're going to do during the meditation, but I know I'm going to seek an answer on that. And so now we will go into our time of sacred reading. We'll do our candle lighting, then we will do our sacred reading, and then we will do our meditation. And our practitioner this morning will bring us out of the meditation with our opening spiritual mind treatment.
Okay. Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer of identifying the common connecting threads within various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom teachings of the world. Science of Mind is a synthesis of Ernest Holmes's lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and Four Noble Truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. And as we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as the path of deliberate tradition. As we light the 7th candle, we honor Taoism as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the 8th candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the 9th candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine ancestors and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all new thought philosophies as a path of adherence to spiritual principles of love and law. And as we light the final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Our sacred reading this morning comes from the pages 94 and 95 of the Practitioner Handbook written by Reverend Mary E. Mitchell. Someone lamented that they wished the doctor had not told us the young man had been killed, so we could have left with the image of his picture. Let me start all over. This is a quote, okay. Someone lamented that they wished the doctor had not told us the young man had been killed, so we could have been left with the image of his picture. But it's reality. This is what the rest of the world is dealing with. It's hard for some people to accept the pain and suffering going on in the world today. But that unwillingness to see supports an inability to act. If you can't see suffering, you won't find the inner strength to help. If peace is going to be, it's up to us, every one of us. It's up to all of us collectively to take constructive action in whatever way that works for us. Peace begins in our conscious mind, and through belief and acceptance, it moves into our subconscious mind, where the co-creation of Spirit, of God, brings it into being. Constructive action toward peace means moving away from greed, self-centeredness, possessiveness, to greater love, compassion, understanding, and respect. It is up to each of us to decide if we're going to let the law of averages run our life. Will we be sweet, nice, and ineffective? Or will we make good use of the gifts Spirit has given us and allow everything we have, inside and out, to interact positively with the elements of our world and help create a society of peace and harmony? We all can't be doctors, but we can all respond to events by sharing what we believe. It is not in our religion to proselytize, but it is in our religion to speak the truth. As practitioners in training, we go forth and let Spirit guide us. Remember, we live in a universe of infinite possibilities. Gandhi led the Indian struggle for freedom and won. Problems are the beginning of solutions. The problems of the world are here because the human race is trying to find out how to live in peace. It won't happen if we just sit back and watch. Treat and move your feet. Every one of us can play a bigger part in achieving world peace than we currently are. We have many great examples. Follow Gandhi, follow Raymond Charles Barker or Ernest Holmes. Let the co-creative nature of God's gift to the world, which is you, take constructive action in some way today.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find God, I find myself.
from this quiet, sacred space, this is what I know. I know that there is only one mind, one spirit, one love, one law. And I am one with this one. And I feel so grateful to know this truth, to know that that we are all in the presence of spirit. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, and I just let it be. And I am so grateful to know this, to know that we are all here on purpose. We are here to love ourselves and love one another, and let our light shine out to the whole world, to our local community, to one another, to those who are listening to us through virtual means. We're all in this together, and it feels so great to be back here, to be back with community, to be together, reaching out to one another in love, supporting one another, guiding each other, giving each other smiles and hugs. And it feels so good, so real, so wonderful to be supported so that one can go out and share our love, to shine forth with healing love and light. I am so grateful to know this, to be this. So grateful for all our blessings. So I release this prayer with great love, with great enthusiasm, with clarity and wisdom. I release it knowing it is being manifest right here and now, and so it is.
Sun Ra said, we're in heaven when we're okay where we are. This is a poem by, oh, it's not there. Kailash Kokapelli. Sorry, I'm not. One moment. Love is the essence. Kailash Kokapelli. Pain of the past, future fear, fade away and disappear into the moment of now and here. The essence within. She heals all wounds of the soul there have been. She puts you together and tears you apart. closer to the source and sacred heart. Bless all the tears and sorrow, for they are keys to joy and a new tomorrow. Surrender to the highest love inside, and all shadows will dissolve into the light. Surrender to the highest love inside, and all shadows will dissolve into the light. Love is the essence. Yeah.
Remember to turn my pocket on. Let's take a breath together. So, we're continuing our annual theme of first thing first. And only you know what that is. And why is that an annual theme? Because way too often we try to do things that are down the road before we do the first thing. And then we're all distracted because something inside of us knows what that first thing is. And if we don't attend to it, we'll just keep rubber banding back until we do. And so this year we're looking at a metaphysical interpretation approach to the 12 steps and 12 traditions of recovery. A divine idea in the mind of creation came out of metaphysical groups trying to help one another in recovery. And a lot of folks don't know that. If you know the history of science of mind, you're familiar with Emma Curtis Hopkins. If you're familiar with the 12 steps written by Dr. Bill and Dr. Bob in Alcoholics Anonymous. But what you may not know is that they were actually in residence on Emma Curtis Hopkins' High Watch farm when they wrote those. There's a definite integration. So August, and there's 12 steps, there's 12 traditions, there's 12 months, so it kind of writes itself. Right? So we're in the 8th month, and so we are in, the first 2 weeks are step 8. And step 8, if you have the study guide, right, this is where we move from healing our own stuff to beginning to heal some of the stuff that we created through the impact of our stuff. Right? So step 8 reads this way. We made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Now, I don't know about you, but the first time I read that, everything inside of me said, not no, but oh no, no. Because I didn't have enough paper or enough ink for that list. Because I knew I didn't have enough paper and ink for the people I knew I had harmed. But part of this journey of becoming willing is surfacing people we didn't even know we harmed. Taking responsibility not from a place of guilt, shame, and blame, but from a place of impact. Right? Redefining harm. Because most of us, if we're going to look at who we've harmed, we got a pretty high bar of egregiousness before you qualify as being harmed. Right? I didn't smack you. Right? I didn't take your money. But there's lots of harm. There's lots of impact that negatively impacts this human race. And not just the human race. We live on a planet. How have I lived in ways that have negatively impacted this beautiful Earth Mother? Have I lived in ways that negatively impacted my pets? That negatively impacted my job? Even the profession? Right? As a minister, everything I do, it doesn't just reflect on Rafe. It reflects on this community. It reflects on the organization of Centers for Spiritual Living. It reflects on the teachings of Science of Mind. It reflects on the profession of ministry. It doesn't matter whether I agree with it, whether I think it's just, or whether I like it. None of those factors change the reality that those things are impacted by everything I think, say, and do. So I am at choice. I can own it. I can be resentful. I can cop an attitude and say, well, that's only that way because of people's perception, and I don't care what they think. I'm going to do me. And I have done that. It hasn't gone well. Good morning. Welcome. It hasn't gone well, necessarily. Right? And sometimes when we own our stuff, it doesn't go well, necessarily. Right? So part of the journey of becoming willing is exactly that. Becoming willing. Willing to first be honest with ourselves. Because before I'm honest with you, I need to be honest with me. Not just honest about the stuff I did, but honest about the impact. Honest about how I'm feeling. Honest about, in reality, unless you tell me what the impact is, I don't necessarily know. See, we play fast and loose with thinking we know what somebody else experienced. Right? One of the most misused words in the English language is want. Right? We throw that word around like we actually know something. Well, they just want blah, blah, blah. How do you know what they want? You look at their behavior through your filter, and what you're really saying is if I engaged in that behavior, it would be because I want blah, blah, blah. That ain't about the other person. That's about you. We don't want to own that. Right? Because there's a self-righteous indignation in thinking we know what somebody wants. Or thinking we know what somebody means. Right? And then there's that place where somebody's trying desperately to clarify what they mean, and we dig our heels in. Well, ain't what you said. You said blah, 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 blah. I understand those were the words I used. This is what I'm trying to communicate. Yeah, that's not what you said. And we keep circling back. And if somebody does that to us, how do we react? Right? Part of this becoming willing is taking ownership beyond the behavior. What's motivating your behavior? That's where the rubber meets the road. Right? What's motivating your behavior? I listen to a radio station. I wish I could tell you which radio station it is, but I don't know the call number. I just know I love it. And there's a DJ on in the morning, and she is just delightful. And when she signs off, she's forever saying, have a good day and mind your own business. Mind your business. Right? What if we did that? What if becoming willing to make amends begins and ends with your business, not somebody else's? Notice this step is about becoming willing. You're not taking any action yet. This is about you getting real with you. This is about moving the needle from those silent resentments where we blame other people and take ownership for why we feel the way we feel. Go back to the acronym TFUA. Our thoughts create our feelings create our urges lead to our action. If you're feeling something you don't like, blaming someone else is 100% anchored in victim consciousness. 100%. Nobody can make you feel anything unless they're touching you. They can make you feel tactile, but they can't make you feel an emotion. They cannot. And when you blame someone for making you feel something emotionally, what you're saying is that you are not in control of you. You are a victim of circumstances. You have no choice in the matter. Now that may not be what you intend to say. That may not be the words you're using. I suspect it's not. That may not be what you want to be saying. It doesn't change that's what you're saying. This step is a step of ownership. It's a step of digging below the obvious. Right? If you've ever cheated on a test, right? That's one of those that people like to pull up. Well, I ain't hurt anybody but myself. Really? I suspect there was impact on the teacher. I suspect, especially if the grades were on a curve, you impacted every other student taking that test. Right? If in a brilliant education system, the test results are used as feedback to help the teacher become a better teacher, you messed with that process. You impacted that process negatively, which can then impact future students. See, we don't stop and think about the snowball effect. Right? If we really understood the domino effect, the ripple effect, whatever you call it, about impact, as a human race, we would heal racism like that. we would heal it instantly. Because every time as a melanin-deprived human being, any of us say, well, I didn't create racism. Factually accurate. You weren't there when it all started. But like the reading said, our refusal to see it is an advocation of our power to act, to heal it. And that, beloveds, has a ripple effect. Refusing to acknowledge poverty behind some twisted notion that acknowledging it legitimizes it and empowers it. Stop it. That is a misuse of spiritual principle. You have eyes. See what you see. And when you see it, treat and move your feet. I'm not saying treat for the individual. I'm saying treat for the awareness within the human race that there is more than enough resources for every human being to have an overflow. And then listen. See, we're good at treating, but then we don't shut up and listen. You are infinite intelligence informed. Everything you need to know, you already know. Choose to be aware of it now. We're so busy looking outside of ourselves for answers. We don't hear the ones that are living in us. I know ministers in New Thought who will not give to a charitable organization because in their belief system that furthers poverty by helping people who are impoverished. I don't get it. I think it's a misuse of principle, and they get to do it however they do it. And I get to stand in my truth, in how I interpret these teachings, without criticizing, without blaming, without finger pointing, without condemning. Because if I go to judgment about those folks, now I'm having a negative impact, even if only vibrationally. Right? We can see the problem and be in solution if we choose. If we choose. I'm not suggesting that if you see someone on the side of the road that's hungry and some innate fear pops up in you that you bypass that and stop. Quite the opposite. It doesn't cost you a dime and it doesn't endanger you physically to breathe a prayer. That costs you nothing. Absolutely nothing. We are a tithing community. We tithe to community nonprofits. We, this whole month, right, are bringing in goods to pass those on to grassroots crisis intervention. Because we get to give from the overflow if we choose. And you get to not do that if you choose. It's up to you. But whichever thing you choose, choose it because it's in spiritual alignment. Choose it because it feeds your soul, the activity of creation as you, and for no other reason. Because I promise you, if you live from the God consciousness that is you, you will never need to make another amends. Ever. You won't. Doesn't mean you won't make mistakes, but you won't be harming anyone by living from God consciousness. People will disagree. They will. Right? I don't even know how many religions we have in humanity now, but it's evidence that we clearly cannot agree. And maybe we don't need to. Maybe an infinite something that expresses in individualized multiplicity isn't even about agreement. It's about expression. It is about vibration. It is about wholeness. It is about doing what uplifts, not tears down. How does science of mind define Satan? It is simply the idea that we're separate. That's it. It really doesn't talk about Satan anymore. I mean, there's no oppositional power to one. So we don't have a concept of Satan. But what we feel that relates to Satan is separation. We do talk about the sensation and the experience of hell. I love what Gary said. When we're okay, right where we are, we're in heaven. When we understand that we are an integral part of one wholeness, we're in heaven. Heaven does not mean you get everything you want. Heaven doesn't mean your humanness likes everything that happens. So perhaps more than defining how we understand Satan, we might want to spend some time how we're defining heaven. Right? Because if you define heaven based on the qualities and quantities of this physical realm, you will be in hell a lot. If you define heaven by your bank account, you are building a condo in hell. I'm just saying. If when your vehicle breaks down, you see that as God abandoning you, welcome to hell. It's a vehicle. It's going to break down. You are traveling in a body. Guess what? It's going to break down. It's not meant to be your permanent residence. It's your residence right now. And that's all it is. It's not the truth of who you are. Your behavior is not the truth of who you are. Your behavior is a reflection of what you believe. And so if you move through this world believing and acting like you live in a bubble and what you do doesn't impact the whole, there's Satan.
The devil made me do it.
The devil made me do it. All right, Flip. Let me just date myself. Right? But it's almost easier sometimes to have this oppositional force because then I don't have to take 100% responsibility. Right? When I believed in Satan, on the human level, it was oftentimes easier, and sometimes I wish I could reclaim my ignorance. Right? I do. I ain't gonna lie. Because it's easier to, well, God doesn't want me to have it, and Satan is railing against me, than to look at how I'm screwing up my life. I'm just saying. Right? But I will tell you this. The freedom, and the only true freedom that I have ever claimed in this physical body, is when I stand face to face with myself and own it all. Undefended, unapologetically. Own it all. Eyeball to eyeball in the mirror with you. Because this step is not about anybody else. It's about you owning you. So this week, you're invited to explore two concepts. How do you define harm? And how do you define amends? Just start there. Because if you're not clear how you're defining harm, you're not going to make a list of who you've harmed. Because you will conveniently define harm in a way that negates the need for a list. I ain't judging, I'm just saying that's kind of sort of how your brain will do it. Okay? There is no oppositional power. There is no Satan. It's a concept that was made up. If you believe in it, you get to. But you don't have to. You can free yourself from that anytime you choose to. And if I can help, let me know. I will. So let's take this into prayer. One breath. Breathing itself as creation. One substance that is the source of all that is seen and unseen, all that is unformed and formed, infinite possibility expressing itself into manifestation. By whatever name we call it, it is so far beyond a name. In this moment, I recognize it as love, as God, as Buddha, as Allah, as Great Spirit, and as the great mystery that is beyond what my human brain will ever comprehend. And yet is that thing within me that recognizes itself because I am that. And so I claim and affirm that that which I am recognizes itself. Beyond any behavior, beyond any thought, beyond any sense of separation. I claim and affirm an awareness and ownership of the essence of being within that is beyond behavior and simply knows the truth of one. I know that what is true of me is true of all, so I know that the words coming out of my mouth are the infinite speaking a desire of itself into manifestation. That desire is received and acted upon by the activity of creation, the doer of creation that I call law. That acts the same on every request, no matter who is making the request, no matter who is desiring. It is responding to the desire of one power, making it so. Without hesitation, without qualification, it simply makes it so. And so I am careful, I am intentional, I am purposeful in the desire that I hold in mind, taking 100% responsibility that it will be made manifest. It is made manifest instantly. And so knowing it is done instantly, I know it's already complete. I know it's already done. Before I can see it, I know it. And so knowing it is that place of faith. And so I anchor in the faith that humanity is awakening to its responsibility, to its impact. That this journey of coming home to the divine self is already done, and that humanity is simply navigating the journey of awareness to what is. And so I let go. There's nothing for me to force. There's nothing for me to make happen. And everything for me to receive and allow and recognize. And so I do. I let go of the fear. I let go of the doubt. I let go of the arrogance that says, I am the one. I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay, I invite Gary to come up and set up as we move into our time of conscious giving. There are several ways to give. You can text the word give to 410-498-6175. You can mail a check to 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. You can access our giving portal on our website, columbiacsl.com/donate. Once accessed, you can give a one-time gift or set up a recurring gift. If you have any challenges, please reach out to me so that I can assist you. Okay, I now invite you to join me in affirming our community's prosperity. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. I give through this Center for Spiritual Living to ensure its continued availability to all spiritual seekers. And the ushers, thank you. Ushers, please receive the gifts.
A year ago, was the first time I played a solo here, a spoken word. I'd prepared something else for today, but last night, my beloved darling asked for this poem, which was a year ago. So there's a nice memory, and I hope you like it too. It's James Samuel, dear heaven, is there a heaven? And is anybody there? Are the angels in the water drowning in somebody's tears? I was a sinner, but I know that I can change. If we only have a moment, let's cherish this moment we make. Here, now, I promise to release you from your fears now. Take me and my world will kiss the sky. The sun has no defense for you and I. You and I. Oh, maybe it's your kind of way. Maybe this is heaven's gate. Maybe I'm your king, or maybe I don't know a thing. Maybe you're too far away. Maybe you know God awaits. Maybe it's your touch, or maybe I just dream too much. But you're beautiful. You're everything, everything and more. Will you still love me if our world begins to change? I don't know what is to happen, but know that I'm set to remain. You have held me when I was settled in the cold. If we only hold a second, let's treasure the second we hold. Here, now. I promise to relieve you from your tears now. Take me and my world will touch the sky. The stars reserve a space for you and I. You and I. Oh, maybe it's your kind of way. Maybe this is heaven's gate. Maybe I'm your king. Or maybe I don't know a thing. Maybe you're too far away. Maybe you know God awaits. Maybe it's your touch. Or maybe I just dream too much. But you're beautiful. You're everything. Everything and more. And more. You're everything, everything and more. And more.
Ushers, if you could bring up the baskets, please. Thank you for that, Gary. That was beautiful. So as we reach for the stars and more, I am just filled with such gratitude and acknowledgement for this very generous donation from all of us here, from those online. And I just know that our hearts are filled with great gratitude and prosperity for ourselves, for our center, for each other, And it just feels so good to just acknowledge and receive these gifts, which are going to be multiplied 100 times, if not more, to enrich our community, to enrich our larger local community, to reach out to others. So right here and now, with such great gratitude for everyone's generosity and the generosity to come. So I receive it knowing it is made manifest to multiply endlessly for the greater good. So I release this prayer knowing that it is done and we are filled with so much abundance and prosperity. And so it is. So it is my privilege to thank those who have made today's service possible. I'd like to name our host, Rebecca Beal. Let's give her a hand. Our wonderful musician, Gary Hardnett, and Rev Rafe. Our talented video and live stream team, Don Henderson and Zeta Jones-Betts. Thank you so much. Our audio team, Rev Rafe, give him a hand. Our reader, Mindy, hopefully Jarek. Our very generous hospitality team member, Cindy Rizzer. I hope I'm saying your names right. Our welcome team member, Ebony English. Our online engagement team member, Deborah Ellis. Our ushers, please tell me who you are. Thank you. Can you raise your hands?
Nancy.
Amen. And who else? Dale. Oh, how can I forget that? And everyone else that assisted in setting up before service, and everyone that assisted in breaking down after service. And thank each of you for attending here and online. We create this experience for you. And I'd like to just talk about prayer support. Prayer support is available. There are several ways to get prayer support. Request prayer by sending an email to prayer@columbiacsl.com. Request prayer by completing a prayer request form over by the window and placing it in the basket there on the table. Also, prayer will be available, or someone will be, I will be available to pray with you immediately after service in the lobby behind the Soji screen. So please come and grab me. I love to pray for everyone here. So let's really become into prayer and getting those short prayers. They're really wonderful. Please, and it's requested, please keep socialization here in the sanctuary to reduce noise and increase privacy for those receiving prayer in the lobby area. Okay, maybe I'm ahead of myself here, but if you desire spiritual support beyond prayer, some of our licensed practitioners are available to provide you with spiritual guidance and coaching through paid practitioner sessions. Each practitioner sets their own schedule and fees, so reach out to whoever you want to work with. You can access their contact information on the practitioner page on our website under the Our Leadership tab. And this week's affirmation. So I invite you to just listen as I read our affirmation through once, then we'll read it out loud together. I am willing to be more than my brain tells me that I can be. I like that one. Okay, let's say it all together. I am willing to be more than my brain tells me that I can be. Thank you for that one. All right. Okay. Rev Ray, thank you. Oh, and thank you for Rev Ray. Let's give him a big hand.
And thank you, Marianne, for being our licensed practitioner today. Thank you. Okay, I got a couple of quick reminders. Next week, we will do Becoming Willing Part 2. Felicia Taylor will be our musician. We are visioning for the center. And we have learned that we have to do that a little differently than we thought. So if you're interested in being a part of the visioning process, reach out to Deborah at deborah.aslove@gmail.com and express your interest, and then she'll get back with you on when and where and how all that's going to happen, because we're not going to publicize it because people show up uninvited. We learned. Yeah. All right. Our big fundraiser for the year, the Peace and Wellness Festival, October 11th. If you own a business, please consider becoming a sponsor to advertise your business. If you do any kind of craft or any kind of service, please consider being a vendor. This is how we will actually recoup our expenses and tip it over into profitability. If you just want to be a sponsor, if you want to help us raise funds by being a sponsor, do that as well. Because every little bit, there's no admission to the event. So the only way we're making money for our fundraiser is through sponsorship, vendors, and donors. So please take that to prayer, see where you fit in, and let's make this happen. And now, as I said, back by popular demand, how can I serve? It's a great question. I invite you to ask it frequently. Here we go. If you want to stand, let's sing ourselves out of here. Serve today, sweet spirit. How can I serve today? Oh Lord, you sound great. I will understand where you lead me. I will follow where you lead me. I will go. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve? Sweet spirit, who needs my love today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today? Sweet spirit, who needs my love today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How must I share today? Sweet spirit, how must I share today? Sweet Spirit, how must I share today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How must I serve today, sweet Spirit? How must I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Have a great week. And if you could, everybody make space at the prayer table over there, so if someone does want to fill out a prayer request, they have some privacy.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful, loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God, for one good day. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindness says to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. and I